ladies and gentlemen, my name is Isaac, and today I'm going to review a movie called 1917. So, before we begin, I had to tell you that my apologies for my video because it took a long time, and also my voice have changed over the course of the weeks, and also not all the images are in HD. So, please be advised, and my apologies. So, this movie basically talks about two British soldiers who are risking their lives to deliver a message to the other side of the battlefield, and throughout their journey, they had to suffer lots of casualties as well as enemy troops. And I know that I won't like to spoil anything to you guys, but I'm just gonna say that both of them has to take heavy toll of what's going on through the battlefield. This is actually my first war movie that I saw in theaters, and let me just tell you that I really love this movie, and I felt like it's really an energetic classic, and I felt like Sam Mendes did an amazing job with this film. And I'm gonna tell you lots of good things about it. Well, first off, I really like how Sam Mendes designed the battlefield, even though they mostly filmed this film in England, but I really love the effort that they all put into. So I really give credit to the production design, the set designs for making the battlefields look more realistic as they have occurred in World War One. Second, I really love the characters, especially Will and Tom. I think they're the best duo in war movie history. I felt like Will and Tom are like best buddies, even though they're not physically related, but they really have a good connection towards each other. That's what I really like about this movie, is because in movie and also in real war, you have to make some friends, especially friends that are in different cultures, different customs, and also different counties of different nations. And that's the reason why I really love these characters. I really love Will and Tom because they really have a bound friendship that I haven't ever seen before in a war film. I know there have been some, but this one is actually the most powerful friendship in war movie history. A third thing I really love about this film is the cinematography. I think it was Roger Deakins who really became the cinematographer of this film, and I think he really did a fabulous job on it. In fact, this is the same guy who is a cinematographer for movies like Sicario, Skyfall, and Blade Runner 2049. And I think he really did a fascinating job to make the film into one take, even though I later discovered that they had edited the movie to make it look like one take. But still, I really love the work of Roger Deakins, and I think he really did a fabulous job. And there's nothing wrong about one take because usually one takes are like mostly made for art house films, but for war movies, kind of like impossible. But nevertheless, Roger actually took the sacrifice of making this film into one take, and I think he really did a good job. And I have nothing else to say. And finally, one of the things I really like is the introduction of black soldiers and also Sikh soldiers. So if you don't know what Sikh soldiers are, is that Sikh soldiers were people who were Sikhs who fought with the British during World War One, and are mostly from India. And it's not only Sikhs who fought in World War One, also Muslims, Hindus, Arabs, Ottomans. They all fought in World War One, either for the British or against the British. So I know that this movie is historical inaccuracy, and also they have been received some criticism, especially from a guy named Lawrence Fox. If you guys don't know who Lawrence Fox is, just don't worry about it. He's just a nut job. You can search him up on YouTube or Google. Well, the point is, I think he's wrong about his opinion about Sikh soldiers because Sikh soldiers really played a big role in World War One, just like the Harlem Hellfighters who did play a role in World War One. It's just that unlike the U.S. soldiers, which treat black soldiers like terrible conditions, the British troops really treat black soldiers and Sikh soldiers as one because, after all, they're fighting for the crown, they're fighting for the territories, and they're fighting to save the British Empire against the Germans. So, overall, I give Sam Mendes a round of applause for the introduction of black soldiers and Sikhs. I know it's not supposed to be a historical accurate film, but at least I give the credit that he deserves. So overall, I give this movie a 9 out of 10. I felt like this movie is really good. The only thing I had to tell you that it's not that great is the cinematography. Sometimes it can get a little dizzy at first because it's made into a one-shot perspective. But overall, I really like this film. It's considered to be one of the greatest war films, in my opinion. I mean, it's not as great than other war films like Defender of the Line and Saving Private Ryan, but overall, I consider this to be one of the greatest World War One films and perhaps one of the best war films I ever seen. So, if you guys are still at your home during quarantine, I suggest you guys watch it. I know it may feel a little comfortable when you're trying to see this in like one shot perspective, but overall, you should see that it's a really good film, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you don't, well, that's okay. It's your opinion, and I respect that. So, drop what you're doing and watch this film. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching my recent movie review. I know it took a long time to actually make this film because I was busy with other things that are happening in my life. But I'd like to thank each and every one of you for stopping by and watching my films. So I'm not planning to do any review films anytime soon, but I'm gonna tell you that there is gonna be some upcoming films I'm planning to do, and I'm not gonna tell you about it because it's a surprise. So until that happens, hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.